Well, Atura Power owns and operates Ontario's largest fleet of natural gas-powered electricity generating stations, including the Halton Hills generating station. Yesterday, during the Oakville Chamber of Commerce's Insight Speaker Series, CEO Tom Patterson spoke about the electricity revolution and how they're preparing for the future. Nikki Wesley has details.
Electricity is one of those things that you don't really notice until it's not there. We recently saw that with the ice storms knocking out power to a large swath of northern and eastern Ontario last month, which was a really regrettable event. It's a tough time for those customers in that region, and it reinforces how much we really need reliable power. We're at a turning point here in the history of power generation in Ontario. Demand for electricity is surging and will soon surpass what's available.
Last October, Ontario's independent electricity system operator predicted we'll need 75% more power in just 25 years.
We have to be prepared to meet this demand. That means increased electricity generation and an expanded transmission and distribution network in a system that was developed more than a century ago. We're really blessed to have a blend of facilities which include baseload nuclear and hydro facilities, which are non-emitting resources, and those are really the workhorses for our sector. And then as demand increases, both inside the day and seasonally, we need other resources to sort of fill in around that. And first and foremost, we then have renewable energy resources like wind and solar. Where they're available, we rely on them. And then when, to keep the grid reliable, we have resources like natural gas, which are truly flexible to fill in that gap.
Atura is currently working on several projects to help generate more electricity in several of their generating stations.
We have completed the installation of upgraded components to our facility, which will allow for greater output from the facility while not increasing the emission profile of the facility, which is a good news story. It's what we call an efficiency upgrade project, and we'll also be doing that at two other facilities, one in Windsor and one at our facility in Toronto, the Portland's Energy Centre. While renewable sources will be a very important aspect to help meet our growing demand, they are entirely dependent on the weather, which, as you may have noticed, is neither predictable nor controllable. If the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing, they aren't generating electricity. And when it is generated, the power from these sources must be consumed immediately.
Another project that should be in service next year includes creating battery storage to maximize the impact of solar and wind.
Battery energy storage systems really are a complementary system to help grid reliability. Where we have, in certain circumstances, excess power available on the grid, particularly renewables, it's great to put that aside and then bring it back on the system during periods of peak demand. If we can sort of leverage those resources, we can then further reduce, call it our greenhouse gas footprint by running our natural gas fleet. So it really complements that and sort of, as I said, it's a little bit of an all hands on deck here solution set that we need. We need a combination of all resources to, continue to have a reliable, affordable, and resilient system here in Ontario.
For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.